What's going on YouTube? It's your boy, Scooby Doo. Man, I'm getting back into it. I got a couple of videos that I need to upload, so I will get them uploaded. I'm in then got out the yard truck, and now I'm in a city truck. And that's what I do. Whenever my supervisor need me, when he's short of drivers, then he'll ask me to go make a couple of deliveries, and that's what I do. So other than that, I enjoy it. I get paid what the road drivers, the city drivers get paid. That's a good thing and everything. But I thank him for that. I put a little bit more money in your boy Scoob pocket, man. But most of them is like straight deliveries or maybe straight pickups or drop and hook is what I normally do. A lot of our city drivers, they actually go to different locations. I do a straight drop and everything. But today, man, it's just a question that have been bugging Scoob, man. And that is, what's going on out here, guys, ladies? What is going on out here? I mean, we are having accidents back to back, man. We lost a driver, lost control of his truck, rolled down the hill. He passed away on us. We've had a truck tried to turn on the bridge, cut it too short, run the trail up on top of the bridge, and it's hanging over overpass. And we had another driver. I don't know if he fell asleep or medical condition, but lost control of his truck and run it off the road. He laid it over on the side. These past 3 to 4 months have been just crazy, man. Just been crazy. Your boy Scoob run into a driver at Walmart that watched my video, and he was telling me that he didn't like what I said about the trainers because he was a trainer, and he don't feel that I was being fair talking about the trainers and everything, but I feel I was. He said that he don't have time to argue with a grown man. Well, I'm not telling you to argue with nobody. You're supposed to be the professional. That's why the company put trust in you to be a trainer, a professional trainer. They put that trust in you when you went to him and told him that you want to be a trainer. Same thing I told him. I said, so do that make you a bigger man because you was able to kick your, what you call a student? I don't call them students. I call them apprentice, because when it all boils down, once they sit there and pass that CDL test and they go do the road test, they got a CDL just like you. Ain't nothing on your license different from theirs. Only thing is word of mouth about how much experience you got. That's all it is. Your license don't say old trainer, none of that. It might say it on the side of that company truck, but that don't mean that you're no better than that driver. He or she holds a CDL just like you. So we were standing there talking, and my wife was shopping, and I told him, I said, well, Doc, if you found it offensive, then that tells me that what I said had to be true. But if I offended you, I apologize. But I'm not apologizing for what I said. I'm just apologizing because your feelings are hurt. That's the only reason why I'm apologizing, because it don't make you better than that apprentice. You walking around with your chest stuck out because you can get on social media and brag about how you kicked a person out of your truck at a truck stop. That just means that you ain't got what it takes to be a trainer. You don't have the patience that it takes to be a trainer. That's all it means. You just don't have what it takes. And like, for instance, now anybody can be a trainer. What is it? 3 months at a company? You go 3 months at a company, turn your paperwork in on time, no DOT service failures, no accidents, no service failures, no accidents. You're not arguing with your fleet manager or disagreeing with your fleet manager or driver manager or dispatcher. Hey, you could be a trainer. You could be a trainer. They'll send you to a little class. You'll take a little class on how to be a trainer. And boom, within three months, boom, you training people. You're taking people out there, and I have run across apprentices that are trainers that never been out west, don't know nothing about going down mountains, never seen mountains. One of them told me, he said, Scoob, they sent me and my student, that's what he said, they sent me and my student out to on the other side of Denver. And if anybody been across west on 70 out of Denver, buddy, if you ain't got no training, you ain't got no business out that way, period, on 70. And they went across 70. He said, Scoob, I ain't never been more scared in my life. I didn't know. He didn't know. First time I ever been across there, I only been driving for the company for about 6 months now. 6 months, and you never been west of Denver? Woo! Lord have mercy. I'll tell you like I told him, the good Lord and his son was with you all when y'all went out that way. I'm telling you, he was. I don't see how y'all back here. I don't see how you standing here talking to me. But it takes more than 3 weeks, 3 months, 4 months, 6 months before you should become a trainer. I feel, me speaking, you need to at least been and ran all 47 states before you can be considered as a trainer. You should have been and done the 11 Western, the Eastern, Canada, and South. You should have been ran all 47 states before you can be considered a trainer. You do. Then they need to give you a, what they give you at the sheriff department. It's like a psychology test. And it's like, on the sheriff department, it's like, I think it's like 100 questions. And the questions are changed on you. They're actually the same question, but they're reworded. And that's what they need to give you a test. See if you can handle it. If you have the patience, if you have the temper, do you know how to control your anger, to how to talk to people? Do you know how to talk to people? Do you know how to communicate with your apprentice and everything? That's what I call an apprentice. I don't call them students, but that's the test that they need to give a lot of these trainers, because a lot of these folks think it's something to put somebody out in the middle of nowhere because they refuse to listen to what you say. Like I said before in the previous videos, a real trainer would get on the phone with his dispatcher and say, hey, or with the safety director or with the recruiter, say, hey, do me a favor. Give me a load that I can bring through the terminal. That terminal or back where I picked him up at, I would prefer to take him back where I picked him or her up at. But, if it's that bad, get to a terminal closest to you. Get to that terminal. Tell them that, hey, they want to switch you out and put you with another trainer. He or she don't have to know what you're doing. They want to put you with another trainer, and they're starting something new with a 2-part. Just tell them a 2-part test. Whereas I got you, now you'll go with this other trainer, and then they'll take my review on you, and they'll take his or her review on you, and then they'll come together and decide whether or not they feel you will be a good candidate for the company. And that's all you got to do and everything. But it takes a strong person, a patient person, to be able to do that. And that's what I used to do. But I'm going to tell you what most of these people, the trainers, you trainers, want to be trainers, where y'all mess up at. As soon as you pick up an apprentice, you ready to hit the road with them. I've never took off the first day I met my apprentices. The first day, I sat there and we talked. I introduced myself. I told them a little bit about me and my wife and my kids, and I asked them about theirs. If they're married, have you talked this over with your wife, your fiance, or your girlfriend, or you got a family? If you talked it over with the baby's mama, that you might not be at home every day. You might not be able to get home if the baby break his leg or break his arm. You see, I want to know what's on that apprentice's mind before I put him behind this wheel. And what we do, we take that first day, I treat him to dinner, and we'll go eat. We'll sit there and talk, and I get my route, my trip. I go load somewhere that morning. I say, okay, your load picks up at 7 o'clock in the morning. All right, what time you going to shut it down? You got to be up. You got to be up enough time to be at the customer at 7, not get there at 7. You need to be there 30 minutes early at that customer to pick up. That's the way I did it and everything. But that's where a lot of us, those so-called trainers, mess up. They get their apprentice, throw them on the truck, put them over in the seat, and say, hey, this is my truck. If you don't want to listen to what I got to tell you or how I want to do it, boom. Now's your chance to get out. That's not a trainer. That's a person that wants to be empowered and want to control the situation. There are not any kids out here behind this wheel. You are not training your little daughter, your niece, or something like that to drive a car. You're training another adult to drive this semi. And until you're willing to accept that, you don't need to be a trainer. You don't need to be a trainer. And a trainer, like I say again, is not 3 months. If you only been out on the road 6 months, no sir. You got to do at least a year and a half. A year and a half. Or if you done ran all 47 states, 11 Western, the East, the South, Canada, okay, I might consider it, but you got to been and ran all that. If you ask a trainer right now, have you ever been west of the 70? If they said no, don't get on no truck with them. Don't get on the truck with them. Because anything past 70, on 70, anything past 25, you better put your head between your legs and kiss your tail goodbye if you screw up out that way. If you ain't dealing with high wind that can flip you over in a matter of a second, you dealing with hills, 9%, 8% grades with curves in them that would claim your life on one stupid mistake. One stupid mistake. We got some mountains on the East Coast. Yeah, we got some. Over there in West Virginia. Yeah, we got some. North Carolina. But don't none compare to them 11 Westerns out there. Until you get a taste of that, you shouldn't want to be a trainer. Because you got to remember, you're putting your life in that apprentice's hand. Just like that apprentice is putting his life in your hands. Think about that. Let that sink in for a minute. Let that sink in for a minute. So like I say, I'm just out here making a delivery, helping out. We had a driver that couldn't make it in, so I'm helping out my boss man to make some local deliveries and everything. We got a good group of guys over here. It's all about working together and everything. That's what it's about. Yeah, I get frustrated sometimes, but that's your boy Scoob, who don't get frustrated. But we still have a job to do. But like I said, other than that, y'all, today is the 4th, September the 4th. Hey, it's going to be a good day. Today going to be a good day. Yes, sir, it's going to be a good day. It's hot today. God darn, bro. Everywhere I'd rather for it to be cold. A lot of people like, man, nah, I like it hot, Scoob. Nah, hot it is, you can only take off so much. But when it's cold, I can put on more clothes to keep warm. But when it get hot, you can get down to your darn birthday suit, buddy, and you still hot. You still hot. Shoot. But I talked to a good friend of mine, and she was telling me about the company when she started. And I thought about it, and she's right. Same thing I said. If you hadn't been out to 11 Western, I repeat it, if you ain't been out to the 11 Western states or west of 25, don't jump to be a trainer, especially if your company run west. Get as much experience as you can. Go out west, go up north to Canada, because it'll look kind of bad to pull into the port of entry in Canada and you don't know what to do. Your apprentice, you know they don't know what to do. It's their first time going. But if you don't know what to do, what type of example are you setting for your apprentice? Because once you get to that check station at the port of entry, if you ain't got your stuff right, oh heck, you might as well get ready. What old T.D. Jakes used to say, get ready, get ready, get ready, get ready. Because it's finna be a party time at the port of entry and everything. Shucks. What that was. But it's finna be a party time. But like I said, they got me done. Let me get out and close these doors. But this your boy Scoob. Remember, in order to be a trainer, you've got to have patience. You have got to be the bigger man or the bigger woman when it comes to training. You do. But this your boy Scoob. We done got unloaded. We finna get out of here and everything. But just gotta give him a key first. Y'all be careful, be safe. Keep the good Lord with you and everything you do and say. Continue to keep your boy Scooby Doo and my wife in your prayers. Oh Lord, air pressure down there. And we'll do the same for each and every one of you all. We love you. We thank God for you. And we'll wrap a little bit tomorrow. Just your boy Scooby Doo.